Ugh, fine. I've got literally nothing else to do. Yay!
Hey everyone, this is Hailey from Cartooners, and today I'm joined with MYKAL, and we are going to be talking about the 4th episode in this sort of Steven Baum series of episodes, Back to the Kindergarten. And, like the other episodes that we've done so far, we did one earlier today already, and we're just going to be analyzing it and giving a little review on it, and, give our thoughts as usual. So, what were your initial thoughts of this episode, MYKAL?
This is a good one. I didn't know where it was going exactly because we saw smoky quartz and the ground shaking and stuff like that. Turned out it wasn't that big a deal, which is cool. But it was a lot of character development. Like I said, every episode is offering some sort of major change or revelation for any of the main characters or just the world around them. So I'm really liking how they're doing that. It's definitely been well executed. So, like I said, I liked all the episodes. I like this one. It's not my favorite out of the bunch, but it was a good Peridot episode.
Yeah, I agree. What happens in the episodes, kind of twists and turns there, but in the end, I liked it. Yeah. So we see here that Peridot is still very sad over Lapis leaving because, as we know, she literally took the barn with her. And now Peridot has to live where in Steven's bathroom once again.
Yep.
And so Amethyst seeing that is kind of like, okay, I'm gonna try to cheer you up. So they go and check out the kindergarten. And something interesting that we learned was also Peridot knows. We know she was a certified kindergartner, so she knows so much about like how gems are made and stuff. Mm-hmm. And so she was able to be like, oh well, this. Because that hole has like more iron deposits in it, that gem will have curly hair, which is like, oh my gosh, like they know the smallest changes, and they even know, obviously she knew the numberings, but so Amethyst was wrong, she knows nothing, but she lived alone for 5,000 years, so
yeah, Peridot said she misses being able to tell them what they don't know, so she. That was a nice little moment, and I also really liked her face coming out of the bathtub.
That was something. I don't know if I want to see that part.
Yeah, it didn't even look like her. It was so funny.
Yeah, it was kind of like when she was calling like Yellow Diamond a clod or something, or like Yellow Diamond's face, almost more. Wow. So like you said, she is, she's totally different than what the kind of gem she once was, Peridot. And, she used to see beauty in the kindergarten because all that she had the power to do. And now all she sees is that it sucks life from a planet. But the interesting thing is that they managed to find a flower that has grown there, or they think it is. Yeah. And they decide to, grow sunflowers there, I think. Or I don't know what. Yeah, it looks like sunflowers. Yeah. So sadly, when they come back the next day, they're destroyed.
Wrecked.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, Peridot was just getting happy.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting. She's kind of become very country. They used the same train that they did on the run. So they didn't use a warp pad. So it was a nice little throwback there. And she says she misses her countryside, not this new countryside. And she's actually listening to country music in the bathroom as well while she was depressed. So there's a lot of countryness going on. But yeah, it was a tragic moment when she kind of thought like, everything's terrible and nothing's ever gonna get fine and be fixed, and this is awful. And of course, the one thing that was making me happy and distracting myself is now destroyed. And she steps on that poor flower, and it turns into a corrupted monster, which I initially thought, because it looks kind of like a turnip. It actually kind of looks like what's his name from Breath of the Wild.
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
The Korok who shakes. I can't remember his name. He has the maracas, and you increase your inventory from it. He kind of sort of. I know, like
in Pikmin a lot. There's like a bunch of enemies that look like flowers at first, and they pop out.
Yeah, sort of like that. Yeah, he just kind of reminded me of just some weird turnip thing. So I thought initially that it was like some rogue Rose Army vegetable that went all astray somewhere. But they did end up poofing it, so it was indeed a corrupted gem. I don't know why it looked like that, but whatever.
Yeah, it was weird. So we got to see Smoky Quartz again. That's how they beat the gem. Oh wait, they didn't talk though.
Yeah, that budget.
But yeah, I know, right? Sadly, Smoky Quartz is awesome.
Yep.
Their voice actor is pretty nice. So yeah, so after that, I guess that kind of, something happens, and Peridot's now able to realize how beautiful the countryside is. I don't know, she just gets shaded more, which is really nice to see, because like right before we were talking about how she doesn't the country, or she only liked her piece of countryside. But now maybe she can appreciate all parts of the earth, not just the place that she called home.
Yeah, and they're gonna start gardening now, so that'll be fun little side plots, I'm sure, at some point. Yeah, and I liked that they literally addressed. She was like, Peridot was like, yeah, we get the subtext. Like she literally called out like the writers, like, yeah, we get it, we get the metaphor. Thank you. That was pretty funny. And I also noticed a little Easter egg. It sounded like Don't Cost Nothing was playing in the background, but just the guitar chords to me, and which would kind of fit with what they were doing, because I'm pretty sure it was during, while they're on the train and just kind of looking out to the view and stuff like that. I think it may have been towards the end. So yeah, that was a pretty interesting little callback, and we got a nice little heartwarming end frame again with them all just kind of holding each other and looking out to the view. And I was like, oh yeah, another happy sort of feely ending.
Yeah. So something interesting that some people were pointing out was that it's like almost kind of weird how fast those sunflowers died. Like they just died overnight, and it usually takes like a little while for plants to, especially since they put fresh soil in, as we saw, which would be healthy soil.
Right.
So like either, I don't know, is there something else still sucking like energy out from the, in the kindergarten that would be causing that, or is it just like so dead that like, I don't know, maybe we're thinking, people are thinking too much into this, but it's just not very realistic, I guess, for gardening.
Yeah, it's possible, unless they just didn't really care about that detail, or unless the kindergarten is just so messed up. And since it was technically made for draining life, that maybe there's just some kind of after effects to it.
Yeah.
Or something.
Definitely.
This is science that doesn't exist, so it kind of gets complicated. You can explain it any number of ways. But yeah, I have no idea. I can't speak for that. I don't think I've really ever gardened anything in my life. So yeah, I don't know. But that's an interesting thought that could come into play later.
Yeah, but I thought it was totally gonna go all Wall-E on it. You know how like at the end they find on the Earth it's finally coming back to life, but no, just a fake out Wall-E.
Not today.
It was. Yeah, I know. I was hoping for that because that's just a really good like kind of story. I don't know, just bringing life back to a dead place kind of, but
too easy.
I know, right? Yeah, so that didn't happen, but it still was a a pretty good ending there.
Yeah, it was still essentially the same moral lesson, sort of, that things can always be better, and sometimes they're just not what you expected, and sometimes they can be better than what you expected. So you just got to look elsewhere at times. A lot of moral lessons happening during these episodes. Oh
yeah, definitely. Like pretty much each episode taught us something. When it wasn't like always too in your face, which was nice.
Yeah,
like
for
that.
sure.
So any final thoughts on the episode?
Nope, it's a good episode. I liked it. It's good Peridot development. And yeah, that was
definitely.
It was nice. It was heartwarming.
Yeah, I liked it too. And I'm excited to talk about some of the upcoming episodes that we're gonna talk about. So stay tuned for that. Are we gonna release those today, or
we'll figure it out? You guys can you can subscribe and hit that notification bell, because we might release it today or we might release it tomorrow. So you'll never know unless you hit the bell. There it is.
Yeah, exactly. And also, if you want to be a super amazing fan, you can always consider becoming a patron. And, we have cool, options like getting stickers each month, which, sometimes I'll choose Steven Universe stickers that are cool to just put on your laptop or whatever to show how good of a big Steven Universe fan you are. So yeah, that's something to think about also. Oh yeah, so stay tuned for more reviews coming up in the upcoming, hours, days, you never know, like Michael said.
Yep.
So see you then.
See ya.